Bears, of course, on a 4-game winning streak. Not very often that a coach can come in and win 4 straight games.
It's rare, Mully.
It's very rare.
Historic,
Matt Nagy did it. And before him, there was a gentleman named Dave Wannstedt that did it. And now Ben Johnson has done it. So all those great offensive minds have somehow managed to win 4 in a row.
Don't say offensive minds. That's first year. We were I think we were 4 in the league in defense, but we were last, I think, in offense. I think we were one of the few. Made history there too. No team was in the bottom 5 in offense and the top 5 in defense.
4-game win streak. You remember who they were against?
Was it the 3 road games in 13 days?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that because I don't think anybody had done that in a long.
Chargers, Chiefs, Lions.
Yeah, Lions were.
And then home against the Packers.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's
Thanksgiving Day game. I remember.
Very good stuff, Dave. Very good stuff. I think
just didn't last.
Well, but you had good years. Yeah. I mean, you were in contention all the time.
You guys are being too kind. Let's talk about these Bears. Okay,
all right, these Bears.
How are they
very
winning?
Nice, though, Mully.
How did they manage to win that game with Caleb, not the featured player, but obviously still the starting quarterback? No one's questioning any of that, but they ran the ball. They stopped the run, Dave. They did things that we don't think of as Bears like, or at least we didn't before the bye week.
Exactly. And we'll start with let's start with the defense, because to me that's what we're seeing on defense right now is really the Dennis Allen. That's what he wants to do. Get up there. I mean, you look at every play almost. There's 6 to 7 guys at the line of scrimmage. You don't know if they're going to rush 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. The whole uncertainty, and everybody says, you're doing that. You don't do that just to try to trick the quarterback. That helps your defensive linemen with blocking schemes. In other words, think about it. If I'm a guard and I've got a linebacker and I got T.J. Edwards lined up on my nose, is he coming or is he dropping? Well, I can't go and help my center with the nose guard until I'm damn sure that he's not blitzing. So there's a little bit of hesitation. He drops out, and now all of a sudden it gives our defensive lineman a chance to be one-on-one just for a split second, but that's all they need. So you get a little bit more penetration, and you get a little bit more aggressiveness with your D-line. And when you look at the turnovers that the Bears defense got, one was because of pressure. One was great effort with Sweat coming around, stripping the ball.
That was
right. And then the last one, it was 7 guys at the line, drop out, play zone coverage, and it's a tip ball, the one Edmonds gets. So you get one because of a pressure, one because of an athletic ability, a guy beats somebody, and then the next one is zone. So they're coming in different ways, which I think is really good.
And 3 of the 4 sacks came with pressure.
Yeah.
2 from defensive backs, 1 from Edmonds on a blitz. And you like to see that, because if you're not getting to the quarterback with your front 4, then you've got to create ways. And Dennis Allen has done a nice job of blending the two.
Absolutely. I was surprised because he brought Brisker to one time, and we knew Brisker is physical as heck, okay?
Yes.
But the guy that caught my attention was Tyler Gordon. He came on that one nickel blitz, and help me out, Kamara, the running back.
He didn't even have a chance.
Coach, he didn't have a chance. He kind of halfway stepped up in there.
Kind of unwilling blocker, too.
And 100%. And Gordon just ran over him.
Yes,
I mean, like a linebacker, and got to the quarterback. So I thought that I would go with the defense and then the run game. And let me just say this about the run game. Observing that, the thing that Ben Johnson has done, we are I'll call it a zone stretch offense. And that is what he's really figuring out, what our players do best and giving them a chance to really excel to the best of their ability. And what does DeAndre Swift do? His best thing is getting to the edge or starting to the edge outside and then cutting back across the green. The stretch play. He can find those seams. He's got good vision, really good vision. The thing that Kyle Monunga does is he is a downhill runner. And by downhill runner, you're going to see block down, kick out. And his first touchdown on the goal line, if you look at it close, it was something that I hadn't seen him do. They obviously blocked on to the right. They brought the tight end Colson across. He kicked out. They pulled the center.
Yes.
All the way up inside, and he sealed the linebacker, and so it's a straight downhill run. My point is that Ben now is starting to do a little bit of our run game is matching up what these guys do best. And I think that is, that's a credit to Ben, to all the offensive
finally,
coaches.
Though, the interior three are doing their jobs and making their presence felt.
Yes.
We can talk about the tackles, but really where things you're noticing. And also, Jonah Jackson played noticeably better.
Oh, yeah.
On Sunday. The interior three guys, the guys who are the big money guys on that offensive line, are earning it.
Yes, I would agree. And right now, if you play defense like we are, and you run the ball like we are, I'm not going to get into numbers, but you're right on the verge of playoff football in my mind, against good teams. Not, the Saints aren't very good. We know that. Anybody can beat you in the NFL. We know that. But to start, in my mind, to be a playoff conversation team, your quarterback has got to complete more than 50% of his passes, and you got to be better. Guys, we were 25% on third down. That's not going to get it. And what were we in the red zone? We get the turnovers 2 weeks in a row, and Ben Johnson said it in his press conference. You could tell that he was frustrated a little bit, happy with the win, but hey, we are getting it. We are getting turnovers, and we're getting the ball on their side of the field, and we're not getting touchdowns enough. We got 10 points off of turnovers, and what we were 2 for 6 or something, 2 for 5 in the red zone this week.
2 for 6.
That's not going to get it. That's not playoff football. That's the one area. Run the ball, A+. Defense, A+. Special teams, A+. Our coverage units, and everyone wants to talk about the field goals with Moody. I am too. Guy's been fantastic. That wasn't an easy game. Wet, weather, wind, Soldier Field, and the guy's been outstanding. Our coverage units were great. They got no return yardage. So, we just got to figure out the passing game a little bit and bring that along, and I think we're right where we need to be at this point.
This segment with Coach Wannstedt is sponsored by ChicagoRoofingContractors.org, providing all-weather protection for your business. Coach, we spoke with Olin Kreutz after the game on Tuesday, and I got a chance to talk to him after the game on Sunday. And his response both times was that as he looked at the game, as he looked at the tape, he saw a defense led by Brandon Staley with New Orleans that did not want to give up explosive plays, that did a pretty good job of trying to, of being aware of Ben Johnson, what he likes to do in terms of explosives, and Caleb and what he does. And as a result, did not use a lot. They didn't try to stop the run by loading the box. They were more concerned with coverage, etc. And that's one of the reasons that the Bears were able to run the ball as well as they did. And they had great outings from Swift and from Monungai, but they did not have those explosive plays. Right. And it's interesting that Caleb ended up being kind of a passenger, as we said, in that game, maybe in part because the defenses are aware of what Ben Johnson likes to do and what Caleb's capable of.
Yes, and I think it was almost one of those things where leading into that game, and I always look at it like if I'm defending the Bears, leading into that game, are you going to really say, what do we got to do first, right? That's when you get together as a defensive staff. What are they doing best? What do we got to take away first to have a chance to win? And this week, we're playing Baltimore. I mean, there's no secret. You got to stop the run. Derrick Henry and company.
Yes.
Here we come. Okay. Well, I think up until last week, I would agree with Olin that you might say we better stop those explosive plays. I don't think they came into this game really saying that the run game of the Bears is capable of beating us.
Right.
And we proved them wrong on that. I mean, the Bears proved them wrong. So now it's a little different. If you're defending them right now and you're Baltimore, what's your starting point? Better stop that.
You better stop the run.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's why if you're the Bears, you feel, I believe, better going into this stretch of your schedule with your running game and your defense against the run more intact, even if you're waiting for your quarterback to come back from a bad game. You much would rather have that. I think that's harder from a coaching perspective too, to get a team that can run the ball and stop the run than it is to maybe get your quarterback to play at a high level.
Yeah, after that Dallas game, I didn't have a good feeling in my gut. I mean, we won the game.
Yes.
But what did we give up? 6 or 7 yards a carry?
Yes, a lot of points.
Remember, 6?
Yeah.
I mean, and nothing bothers a head coach more, at least in my mind, than when you're not running the ball or stopping the run. You're saying, oh, my God, what that's the foundation of any good football team. Any good football team is going to be able to be capable of stopping the run and running the football. Just look around the league, look back in history, and that's the Bears got that foundation in place as of today.
Ravens step up in class. Lamar Jackson did not practice yesterday. Cooper Rush is a backup, different game if he plays. But Dave, curious what you think about this. They are 1-5 as a desperate football team. So desperate, as it turns out, the Baltimore Sun reported that John Harbaugh removed ping pong tables, cornhole games, and any kind of distraction, video consoles, from the locker room to get his team to focus more. Did you ever do anything like that as a coach?
Wow. No, we couldn't. Nobody would give me the money unless I paid for it to put a ping pong table. Back in those days, Mully, right? You were there.
Of course.
We were lucky to have jocks and socks. Come on. Ping pong tables and foosball. No.
Foosball.
Yeah, right. Whatever. I couldn't even comment on that because I've never.
Would that help a team though? Can it help a team focus by you're not playing ping pong?
Oh, I think
it's more symbolic than anything, right?
It's symbolic. It's symbolic more than anything else. That focus in. But no, if I'm Baltimore this week and I'm Harbaugh, I mean they got a lot of talent. I think on defense, unless I'm missing something. I mean, I would go into that team and say, guys, this is going to be a defense has got to show up today. If we're going to beat these Bears, we got to play like we're capable of on defense, and we don't know where Lamar is. Derrick Henry, here we come.
Yes.
I mean, get ready because this is going to be a 30-carry game for you, son.
Who do you like in the game, Dave? Just out of curiosity,
Wow.
Your initial response.
I didn't have the news of Lamar Jackson not practicing.
Yeah.
If he plays, I would say, for all things considered, this would be a tough one for the Bears.
Yeah.
But if Lamar Jackson doesn't play, I like the Bears. I mean, I don't know how they're going to score enough points. I don't know.
I feel the same way though.
Right? I'm confused now.
He's
Mully.
the one guy. He's one of a handful of guys.
Guys, is he MVP?
In the NFL, if he play, he changes the complexion of the game.
He's a two-time MVP.
Yeah.
His current passer rating is 130.5.
He's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Wow.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Hall of Fame quarterback.
How much better he is than anyone else.
And you made a good point when we were talking about this off the air. Even if he comes back, I still think it gives them an edge.
Yes.
But he's going to be compromised, and somebody who relies on his legs as much as he does, coming back from a hamstring injury, he could be limited. And that would be good for the Bears.
Yeah, because the big thing when if you're defending for a guy like him, Dennis Allen will have all their run plays, all their pass plays. The players will be watching them on tape. He'll put a scheme in. The coaches will coach it up, and they'll have an answer for all their runs and passes. The things you don't have an answer for is what you call the unscripted plays.
Yes.
And that's when you got a quarterback like Lamar that all of a sudden you got everybody covered, and he steps up, somehow makes a guy miss with his God-given talent, and runs for 15 yards.
Right.
I mean, that drives defensive coaches
Cooper Rush
crazy.
isn't going to do that.
No.
Cooper Rush.
But the very fact that Vegas has yet to respond, the Bears are getting 6.5 points in this game, and you hear Lamar can't practice on Monday, and the line doesn't move at all. What does that mean? It means they're waiting to see whether he's
Yep.
okay on Wednesday.
Don't you think it means they?
It means they think
people
he's
are waiting.
playing.
They think he's playing.
Yeah,
he's
that's
just
what it
going to take
means.
another day,
Right.
as a precaution. It's a bye week. They can
Yes.
they can afford to not bring him back until Wednesday.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
good.
This is a playoff game for Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
You
They
know,
got to
this-
win,
This
what,
is it.
9 of 11, 10 of 11?
It's an elimination game.
It
And they
is.
look at the Bears as a break in their schedule, probably.
Probably.
You know, at the beginning of the season, maybe not now.
Right.
Right.
But it is something that changes that.
What about the Bears? Any update on their injuries? Komet?
no,
Komet and Stevenson? Are they
Komet
the
and
guys?
Stevenson,
Yeah.
they said week to week or day to day. He did not say that it was going to be.
There's not a long-term problem,
Yeah.
but it sounded like when you hear week to week,
Right.
day to day sounds a lot better.
They need Stevenson more than Komet, not to diminish anything that Cole Komet brings to
Yes,
that offense.
but they still have Loveland. So
Yeah, they have more adequate replacements for
Yes.
Cole Komet than they do.
Yes.
I think your best cornerback right now.
Yeah, and they did play. You know, they played 3 tight ends. So the guy Smythe, is that
Yes.
am I pronouncing his name
Durham
right?
Smythe.
Yeah, Smythe. You know, he's had some playing time. So if Cole can't play, you know, he would fill that role of being a good blocker at least. So
what is going on with Loveland? I mean, he got 3 catches. He didn't do much the week before, but he had 3 catches in that game. You always wonder when you're coming off a bye week if anybody's doing something to try to get the young players involved, right? The rookie players are going to be more involved. And you know, again, last week had 3 good catches, and that was tied with DJ Moore for the team lead.
you sound like his agent calling me, Mully, and I would say, you know what, Mully, we only got 1 football, okay?
Yeah,
and
I got you.
And right now,
and it's like a 7-on-7
Hold,
team.
hold on, Dave. I have Luther Burden's agent on line too.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, that was one of the questions we asked this morning. Is it possible that the running back, Monungai, 7th-round pick, could be the most impactful rookie
By the end of the
this
year, could you see him being the most impactful rookie of this class?
wow,
That wouldn't be good.
yeah, I mean, it'd be well, yeah, I get
Depends how you look at it,
I
but
mean,
on the surface, it would not be good.
Yeah,
No.
that would tell you that you know that the other receivers are playing.
That they never found a way to utilize
They
Loveland.
didn't use Burden. They didn't
Now,
use Loveland.
In fairness,
Yeah.
Loveland did block well.
Yeah, he
but he
did.
wasn't drafted where he was
For that, no.
to block.
No.
Tyler Warren blocks well, too.
Yeah,
And
he also
he's
catches
very
well
productive.
and runs well.
And
Hey,
wins.
let me ask you a question. I'm going to stir this up and then I'll
Okay,
be
stir it up and leave.
And then I'll leave.
Thanks, Dave.
Perfect.
Stir it up and leave.
Trade deadline next week, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You think anything happens? The Bears get anybody, or you think we have anybody? I'm going to leave on this one because
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
commenting here.
I know.
You think we have anybody that that they put out there or try to move?
Well, I don't know who you would have a surplus of.
I don't know. I'm not commenting.
Left tackles?
I just threw
You
it out
have
there.
no. You're not going to trade Braxton Jones.
You sure?
Wide receivers, DJ Moore. Oh, that's a Dave gets a little wry grin there.
no,
look
no.
at that.
You're reading
Okay.
things that aren't there.
No,
That
no,
man's playing poker.
no way. I'm just throwing it out there. Who would they? Was there anybody? You know, who's going to be on the market?
Brees Hall. Yeah, you'd have to look at a running back like Brees Hall, the Jets. If he's on the market, you go out.
Hey, there's a couple of pass rushers that are at various places. What about if Houston wants to get rid of someone? If
Hendrickson.
well, I'm just saying,
Did you
Hendrickson
play against
would
him and then
probably
trade
cost
for him
too
in the
much.
same week?
Yeah.
Also, a cornerback. You might be in the market
Well,
for a cornerback if Tyreek Stevenson's
But
compromised.
the league is looking for a cornerback.
Yeah, I know.
Always problematic.
Way to go, Dave. Stir it up.
All right,
Leave.
now we got problems.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Coach, thank you.
You're
Always
good at this
a joy.
media
We
thing.
appreciate it.